Ladakh. I mean, it's just incredible, right? The mountains, the high altitude, the whole vibe.
Oh, absolutely. It's like another world up there.
It is, but those stunning views, they kind of come with some health challenges to think about too.
Right, the altitude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So today, we're diving into how to stay healthy and have a really amazing time in Ladakh.
Awesome.
We're drawing from a really interesting discussion all about surviving the heights in Ladakh. And let's jump right in.
Okay, sounds good.
So, you're heading to Ladakh, this high altitude region. This source really stresses being prepared before you even go.
Yes, preparation is key.
Yeah,
It's fascinating how, even small things that you do before your trip, they can have such a big impact once you get there.
totally.
Yeah.
And they talk about, basic fitness. Like you don't have to be a marathon runner,
Yeah, no.
but just, walking, jogging, some yoga.
Exactly. Just getting your body moving a little bit.
What's the benefit there? I mean, is it really about dealing with that thinner air, the less oxygen?
Yeah, it is. So think of it this way. When you do a little bit of exercise, it helps your body use oxygen more efficiently.
Okay.
And so when you get to that high altitude where there is less oxygen, you've given your body a little bit of a head start.
I see.
Like
A training?
a little bit of training. Yeah, exactly. It just helps you adapt a little bit better.
Makes sense. And then there's acclimatization, right? I mean, our source is like at least a day or two of rest.
Yeah.
When you arrive, non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I feel like when you get there, you just want to go, go, go.
I know.
Why? What's happening in your body during that downtime?
Okay, so during those first couple of days when you're resting, your body is actually working really hard.
Really?
It's starting to produce more red blood cells.
Mhm.
And those red blood cells, they carry oxygen throughout your body.
Yeah.
So if you start, hiking and doing all these strenuous activities right away,
Right.
you risk getting altitude sickness
Right.
because your body just hasn't had the time to catch up to that lower oxygen pressure.
So you're basically giving your body a chance to adjust.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. And then hydration, of course.
Right.
Big, big topic. Frequent sips of water, avoiding alcohol and caffeine.
Yeah.
What's so bad about those two when you're up high?
Both of those, alcohol and caffeine, they dehydrate you.
Oh, okay.
And when you're already dealing with the effects of altitude,
Right.
dehydration just makes everything worse. It can make the symptoms of altitude sickness even more intense.
I see. So water is like your best friend.
It really is. Staying hydrated helps your body function properly when it's under stress from the altitude.
Okay, good to know. Then there's the, altitude sickness itself.
Yeah.
Headaches, nausea, dizziness. Our source is like, don't ignore these.
No, definitely not.
When is it time to consider something like portable oxygen or medication?
Right. So these symptoms, they're your body's way of saying, hey, I'm not getting enough oxygen.
Mhm.
And hypoxia, that's what it's called when your body's oxygen levels are too low.
Okay.
So sometimes mild symptoms, they might just ease with rest and drinking water.
Okay.
But if they start getting worse or they don't go away, then portable oxygen can help.
Okay.
It gives your body a boost of oxygen until it can adjust better.
Makes sense.
And then medication, there's a medication called acetazolamide
Right.
that can actually help you acclimatize faster.
Interesting.
But the best thing is, before you even go on your trip,
Yeah.
talk to your doctor, especially if you have any pre-existing health conditions.
Good advice.
Yeah.
So practical preparation stuff, first aid kit,
Yes, definitely.
always good to have. Altitude sickness tablets.
Right, just in case.
And then clothing. They talk a lot about layers. Why is that so important?
So in Ladakh, the weather can change really, really quickly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So layering allows you to adapt to whatever the weather throws at you.
Okay.
Like you could be wearing thermals, a warm jacket, gloves in the morning. And then by the afternoon, you might need to shed some layers because the sun is out and it's warm.
So you're packing for winter and summer, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's
on-
kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then don't forget sunscreen.
Oh, yeah.
Because that thinner atmosphere at high altitude, it means you're more prone to sunburn.
Interesting. So even though it's cold,
Yeah.
you can still get sunburned easily.
Yeah, it's important to protect your skin.
So once you're there, the golden rule,
Yeah,
take it slow,
absolutely.
especially as you go higher. I mean, it sounds obvious,
It does.
but what's the biggest mistake people make?
I think people get so excited, right?
Yeah.
You're in this beautiful
I
place.
want to see it all.
You want to do everything, yeah, and they push themselves too hard too soon,
Yeah.
and they don't listen to their bodies.
Right.
Your body needs time to adjust every time you go higher.
Okay.
And if you ignore those early signs of discomfort,
Right.
it can turn into something much more serious.
So really pay attention to how you're feeling.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
What about diet? Our source recommends light, warm, easily digestible food. Why is your stomach so sensitive at high altitudes?
So up at high altitude, your body's already working so hard just to, breathe and function properly.
Right.
So digestion, it takes energy.
Okay.
And when you eat heavy meals,
Yeah.
it requires more energy from your body to digest that food.
Interesting.
And that can actually make you feel sluggish and tired,
Yeah,
and it can actually worsen altitude sickness.
wow.
So eating light, easy to digest foods, it just takes some of the strain off your body.
That makes sense. So you come home from Ladakh, are you in the clear immediately?
Not necessarily, yeah.
Yeah.
It takes time for your body to readjust to those normal oxygen levels that we have down here.
Okay.
So if you still have some lingering symptoms,
Right.
don't just ignore them.
Okay.
Rest is important. It helps you regain your energy. And if you have any severe discomfort,
Yeah.
it's always a good idea to check in with your doctor.
Good advice. So the key message here seems to be plan well, be mindful of your body, prioritize your health.
Absolutely. I think that's the biggest takeaway.
Yeah. Ladakh is magical, but it demands respect.
It does. It does. And it makes you think this whole idea of taking it slow, adjusting gradually, listening to your body.
Yeah.
I mean, those are principles that could be helpful in other areas of life too, right?
Totally, totally. Not just travel.
Yeah.
Like new jobs, new relationships, anything
Or
challenging.
anything that pushes you outside your comfort zone, really.
Food for thought. If you've been to Ladakh, share your tips. What works for you? We want to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's keep the conversation going. Until our next deep dive, travel safe.
Safe travels, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.